Good morning, guys. Today we are going to talk about some low back pain with lifting. So I just wanted to review some common mistakes or common habits that people will do, which results in some back pain when they're lifting. So I'm going to demonstrate the squat and deadlift, which are the most common weightlifting moves that people describe back pain with. So, for example, when we are squatting, if I get this really big sway in my low back, that would suggest that I'm not really drawing in my abdominal muscles. I just want to show you that again. Just a little bit of a drawing in motion of my abdominal muscles, my lower abdominal muscles. Will keep my back a little flatter instead of just dumping forward. Okay, so that dumping will stress our low back or cause too much compression back there. Likewise, if I don't have enough thoracic spine mobility, I might find myself here or too flexed, in which case we want to work a little bit more on our upper back mobility, lower abdominal stability. Okay? So getting more motion here, getting stability here as we go through the squat. Same thing when we're talking about a deadlift. That as we come down into our deadlift position, I don't want to be so far arched through my low back. I'm going to draw in those lower abdominal muscles to make my spine more neutral. And just using a mirror or a video like this actually helps you to identify, is my butt out too much? Should I draw that in a little bit? And that's just something good to practice as well, is going from a sway to drawing in. I'm drawing in my lower abdominal muscles. If you can't do that, we're going to lie down in a moment and practice how to find our lower abdominal muscles, or our transversus abdominis and our pelvic floor. So as we go through our deadlift, that we are maintaining that drawing in of our lower abdominal muscles and not overarching as we come to the top. So again, this is very compressive, and we want to avoid all of that. The other thing is really thinking of engaging through our shoulder blades, so that as we're coming up, we're not tending to round our thoracic spine or our shoulders. Engaging those scapular stabilizers to help us maintain that neutral spine throughout that session. So I'm going to give you just a few other comments here. Is that if I am down here and my hamstrings are too tight, I might tend to round my low back as well. So this is where you might want to work on some hamstring flexibility, core stability, and thoracic spine mobility. So I'm going to show you just a few combined exercises to help with that. So first, in order to, I'll just step back a little. When we have all of these weightlifting techniques that are all what we would just say is more this sagittal plane motion, it's always going forward and backward. We're strengthening our front and back quite a bit, but we're never getting this transverse plane activity. So we can combine a stretch to loosen up the thoracic spine and actually loosen up that low back. In a sense, gap that low back if we are having some back pain, but it's a generally good stretch to do. So what we're going to do is lie down on the floor. I'll give you a little bit more. There you go. And here, my shoulders are going to stay on the floor. As I take one leg, I'm just going to say I'm going to hook that or at my other knee. And my other hand over here, and just apply a little bit of pressure to open that up. So what I'm trying to do here is gap my low back, especially on this left side. I'm trying to get my thoracic spine and shoulder open on my left side.
As I rotate, notice my head is turned to the left as well, completing that full spinal rotation. I'm just opening that up. This hand over here is just going to apply a little pressure at my knee. And I'm going to lift my knee into my hand. So I'll just show you what that looks like. So as my pressure is holding down here, my knee is lifted into that to create kind of a contract, relax, allowing me to deepen that stretch. As I contract, I'm going to hold 5 seconds and let that go a little further. Contract 5 seconds and let it go a little further. Slowly opening up my spine. I want a little hamstring stretch to that. I'm just going to straighten my leg. I know I'm getting a little hamstring stretch on that side. Okay. I'll show you from this angle. Again, my top knee here is kind of hooking on my right knee, or sorry, my right foot is hooking on my left knee. My left hand is holding my knee down. My right side is flat, and I'm going to be looking to my right. Now lift, hold 5 seconds, open that up. And I'm going to continue as far as I can go until I hit the floor. If I need to go further, I might go and do this off the bed so I can fall off the bed. And then again, getting a hamstring stretch by straightening my leg out just a little bit further. And in all, that might take you about 3 minutes to just really open up your lumbar spine or gap after all of those compressive sagittal plane moves. And that's applying more of this transverse plane. Now, the other thing we talked about is that lower abdominal muscle activity. So when we're doing our squats and deadlifts, if we see too much of a sway in our low back, we want to find that we are drawing in our lower abdominal muscles. I just want to clarify that I am not squeezing my butt in order to create a pelvic tilt. I am drawing in from my pelvic floor. I'm feeling my muscles inside my pelvis here tighten up. My knees are bent to keep my back from swaying. And again, lower abdominal muscles draw in. 2 breaths. I'm just holding those throughout. So this is the easiest position to practice that, and then start trying to apply that when you are in a squat or deadlift position. Same thing in our burpee position or in our sit-ups. So since I'm in this position already, is that as I'm doing a sit-up, I want to think of engaging those lower abdominal muscles as I come up, instead of letting that go and depending only on all of my rectus abdominis. I want to think of engaging from lower abdominal muscles as I do a sit-up. When we're doing a burpee, this is where a lot of people will have some pain in this landing position where they end up swaying instead of being able to, again, draw in those lower abdominal muscles to feel a nice flat or straight spine as we're coming down to the floor. And then again, as we come back up, that we're not swaying and that we're engaging those lower abdominal muscles coming up in a full plank. Same thing with our push-ups, that we want to feel like we're not swaying, draw in, neutral spine, and then come back up. Thanks for joining me for some low back pain tips with your weightlifting. Next week, we are going to look a little bit more into knee pain, especially with running and jumping. See you then.